A nation can rise, its people must rise first. We talk about the strong economies, better roads, modern technology, but the truth is none of this matters without strong citizens. Every country in the world, big or small, rich or poor, is built on the character, skills, is built on the character, skills, and discipline of its people. If the people grow, the country grows. If the people stay weak, undisciplined, and divided, no amount of money or power can save the nation. That's why I want to share with you a simple but powerful principles. Focus on yourself until you win. Now let me clear. Focusing on yourself does not mean being selfish. It means taking responsibility for your own growth. It means becoming a better version of yourself, more skilled, more disciplined, more capable, so that you can contribute more to your family, your community, and yes, your nation. This is not theory. It's something that has worked for individuals and countries all over the world. And today we will explore it through a story, the story of a young man named Arjun. Chapter 1. Arjun was born in a small town. Life there was simple. In dusty streets, neighbors knew each other, and news traveled fast. But the truth was, most people there had stopped dreaming. They believed their lives would never change. They blamed their lives would never change. They blamed the government, the lack of jobs, and bad luck. Every tea stall conversation was about problems, never about solutions. Arjun grew up hearing these complaints every day. At first, he agreed with them. He thought, yes, nothing will ever change here. The system is broken. But one evening, when he was about 20 years old, Arjun sat outside his small home with his old school teacher, Mr. Rao. Arjun signed and said, Arjun, sir, our town is hopeless. The leaders don't care. The roads are bad. The jobs are gone. There's nothing we can do. Mr. Rao looked at him for a moment and asked quietly, Mr. Rao, and what are you doing to change yourself? Arjun was confused. Me? What can I do? I am just one person. Mr. Rao leaned closer. Mr. Rao, a country is like a house, Arjun, and every citizen is a brick. Weak bricks make a weak house. Strong bricks make it unshakable. If you want the house to be strong, you must become a strong brick. That night, Arjun could not sleep. He kept hearing the words in his head. If you want the house to be strong, you must become a strong brick. The next morning, something was different. Arjun didn't feel like blaming anyone. Instead, he asked himself, if I am a weak brick, how can I become stronger? He wrote down a list in an old notebook. First, learn English. Second, save money. Third, read at least one book every month. Fourth, learn a new skill. He didn't know how he would achieve all this, but he decided to start small. The very first step was waking up earlier. At first, it was hard. His friends laughed at him for running in the mornings. Some said, "Why are you wasting time? Nothing will change here." But Arjun kept going. Within weeks, he noticed small improvements. He had more energy, more focus, and more confidence. And most importantly, he had stopped waiting for the government to fix his life. He was fixing it himself. The first month was a battle. Some mornings Arjun wanted to stay in bed. Sometimes he missed a day of reading. Sometimes he felt like giving up. But he remembered Mr. Rao's words: "Strong bricks make a strong house." After 3 months, small victories began to show. His English improved, not perfect, but enough to have simple conversation. He had saved his first 5,000 rupees, money he would have wasted before. He finished his first book, a biography of a man who built himself from nothing. The wins gave him confidence. He applied for a better job in the city, and to his surprise, he got it. It wasn't a dream job, but it was better pay, better learning, and better people. When he returned to his town for a visit, his friends noticed a change. One of them asked, "Friend, what's your secret?" "Arjun, no secret, just work on yourself every day." Back in the city, Arjun kept growing. He learned computer skills, attended free workshops, and networked with people who were also improving themselves. But something unexpected happened. His growth inspired others. One friend started jogging with him, another began reading books. Soon, a small group of three turned into 10. When Arjun visited home again, he gathered the local youth and shared what he had learned about discipline, money management, and skill building. At first, only a few listened, but after a few months, more joined in him. They started meeting every Sunday to learn something new together. It was the start of a movement. Arjun realized that true success is not just winning alone, it's helping others win. He started free weekend classes in his town to teach basic computer skills to school kids. Some of them learned fast and began teaching their friends. One girl got a scholarship to a big city school. One boy found a part time online job and began supporting his family. Arjun's friends began small projects too, cleaning public spaces, repairing community areas, planting trees. The local government notices and started supporting them with small funds. What began as one man's decision to improve himself was now transforming an entire community. Chapter 6, Community to Nation. The news of this small town change spread. Other towns copied their Sunday learning sessions. Local businesses started hiring more youth because they were now skilled and disciplined. A journalist interviewed Arjun. "Journalist, what's your secret for changing this town?" "Arjun, we didn't wait for the country to change, we changed ourselves. This is the truth for every nation. When citizens grow, the nation grows." Arjun was invited to speak at a youth conference. Standing on stage, he looked at hundreds of young faces and said, I am not a politician, I am not a rich, I am just a citizen like you. But I learned something powerful. When you focus on yourself until you win, you give your country a gift. Your education becomes the nation's strength. Your discipline becomes the nation's stability. Your skills becomes the nation's economy. So I ask you, stop waiting, start building yourself, and when you win, help others win. That is how a nation rises. The audience stood and applauded. Many were in tears. Remember, a nation is not built in government offices alone. It is built in kitchens, in classrooms, in workshops, in farms, in markets, wherever its people work and grow. Here's your actions plans. First, wake up earlier. Create time for your growth. Learn one new skill, something that makes you more valuable. Third, take care of your health. A weak citizen cannot build a strong country. Fourth, save money. Financial discipline builds personal and national stability. Fifth, help one person. Growth shared is growth multiplied. Focus on yourself until you win, because when you win, your family wins. When your family wins, your community wins. And when your community wins, your nation rises. It starts with you. It starts today.